I almost got promoted to customer. Matter of fact, I almost got promoted to full-time streamer because of the Charlie Kirk videos that I've been making recently. Because my job figured out what's going on and somebody was calling in. I do want to point out, if you're ever gonna call into my job, ever want to sue me, ever want to find me on any social media website or something of that variety, figure out my background, my criminal record, you gotta use my full first name. Because it's not Ceros. Want to point that out. It's CEROSDELAGRANDZ. Ceros de Grandes. So in order to get me for anything, you got to use that full first government. And I spelled it out for you just in case you ever want to try to do this again, because I got 57 calls about my character. So I want to point out there are many different stations at the Amazon warehouses where I work at. There's stow, pick, pack, decant, and then there's loss prevention and stuff of that variety. There's a lot of stations there. So I was doing pick, minding my black business, grabbing things out, putting them in different containers, and I get my manager comes and he says, "Hey buddy," I said, "What's going on, cuz?" He said, "Okay, so don't want to alarm you. Just we need to see you in a different area." I said, "You need me to go to this dock, go do decant, something like that?" I said, "No. We need you to go to the office." I said, "The office?" I want to point this out. I've never been called to the office before. This was news to me. I only go to the office by looking at it when I'm walking by. I've never been called into the office before. So I'm saying, did I do something? Is it something about Amazon? He said, "No, we'll talk in the office." I said, "Okay." So I'm singing "Wade in the Water" as I'm walking to the office. Wade in the water, wade in the water, hey now. And everybody's like, "Oh, they got KK. They got KK. Oh my God, they got KK. You stole something." I said, "Nah, I'm not that black. I didn't steal anything." And they said, we just guess it. We just guess it. And then this old black lady is saying, "We'll see you soon, baby." I said, "If I get fired, I'll be back in 2 months. Don't worry. They love rehiring people." So I get sat in the office, and it's this old white lady, and she's just saying, "So we found your social media accounts." And I said, "Thank you. You like them?" And she said, "I haven't seen the videos yet, but we've seen you've been talking about the Charlie Kirk situation." And they said, "We want to know, have you said anything defamatory about Charlie Kirk?" I said, "I don't think so, but you can watch my videos and figure it out for me." And she said, "Okay, we're going to watch the videos together." So I spent 3 hours watching my YouTube videos today at work, and my Instagram reels and my TikToks today at work. I spent 3 hours doing that, which was really cool, really fun. And they said, "Well, you didn't really say anything defamatory, and you provided context and screenshots and things like that." I said, "Yeah, I provided I don't know what's happening here. I kind of just stated objective facts. I actually called for unity among the situation." And then she said, "Well, we've been receiving a lot of calls saying that you were saying that he deserved it and things of that variety, and we just wanted to make sure." And I said, you could have done an investigation first before getting me to watch my own videos. Did you guys just want me to speak the truth?" And they said, "Yeah, well, it'd be a lot easier if we could get you to speak the truth first before we went and gone out of the way to do this." And I said, "You guys are horribly inefficient. That's the waste. You wasted my time. You've now hurt my performance. You know why I come to work?" And they said, "Why? To get my mind off of the world, to droll away." Realistically, I make a fair amount of money from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I make a lot of money from that. But I like working because I don't want to forget that I need to work. I don't want my mind to go numb. I don't like staying inside the house all day. I hate that. I hate not be having a reason to leave the house. I like working, and I love having a job because I get paid $24 an hour here. And they said, "Yeah, you do get paid 20." I said, "Because of this, I feel a little offended. I feel like I should get a raise." And they said, "We could give you some extra PTO." And I said, "I would like 2 weeks of PTO, please." And they said, "Okay, we'll give you 2 weeks of PTO." And I said, "Do I have to sign an NDA?" And they said, "No, we'll just give you 2 weeks of PTO." And so I look at my Amazon One app, and lo and behold, I have 2 extra weeks of PTO time because they were falsely accusing. I've never seen Amazon buckle immediately. That was beautiful. I've never seen them buckle immediately upon discovering they wasted so much time. So I got 3 free hours, but thank you guys, whoever called in. Thank you. I got 3 free hours of PTO and 2 extra weeks of PTO, which I will be using in February during Valentine's Day to take my girl out. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's crazy. I was so confused and perplexed today because my heart sank because I love working. I love having a job. I love not being in my house all day because if I stayed in the house all day, I would scroll mindlessly on YouTube, nap all day, do nothing. I would do nothing. I'm going to explain how an average day goes for me, by the way, just guys, you guys are really confused by me. Every day, I make 10 videos. That's what I do. I wake up at 8 o'clock, I work out, and then I make 10 videos. 10 videos don't take me that long to make. And then, after I get done making the 10 videos, I schedule 3 of them. You can schedule videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You can schedule videos. So I schedule videos. I schedule those videos, and then I go to work. Work usually takes me about maybe a 10-hour shift, maybe 8 hours. It depends. I can choose my own hours on the Amazon One app because I have a special schedule that's flexible. It's a flex schedule. It's literally called a flex schedule that allows me to do my own hours. So I do that. So I go into work, hang out with the people I want to hang out with. Then I go back from work and I edit the videos. I work on the videos, and sometimes I stream if I'm not too tired from work. That's what I do. That's basically the entire day I do. That's my whole day. That's it. Sometimes I hang out with my girl. She's doing stuff as well. She has a job. She's doing fun stuff. I'm a regular guy. I'm still regular, just like you. I just make YouTube and content. I'm not any different than you. We're not different. Calling me, trying to attack my bag when I didn't even do anything is crazy. That's not what, first off, if you are a Charlie Kirk supporter, that's not what Charlie Kirk would have wanted. Just want to say that right now. He would have wanted debate. He loves free speech. He enjoyed his depiction of himself on South Park. There's no universe in which he would have fought to get people fired from their job for talking bad about things. He talked mess about people that were passed as well. George Floyd, things of that variety. And he wanted the free speech to be able to say these words. That's what he wanted. You guys attacking people is basically, for instance, I'll tell you what you guys are doing. You know, you see like a white person say the N-word on the internet, and then everybody's like, we should get that person fired for saying the N-word. And that's a stupid thing to do. I think that's dumb. I think that's idiotic. That's exactly what you guys are doing. Same thing. This is the same thing. It's dumb. Don't do it. I'm not some enlightened centrist, by the way. That's such an enlightened centrist take. That's such a, dude, I want to point this out. This is stupid. Don't attack my bag. Just don't attack when I'm trying to work. I love working. You like working. Jobs are very hard to come by. I think it's important to not try to get me struck down from my place of residence or work. That feels great. Does that not feel great to not try to take me out from my place of work? That'd be fantastic. That'd be lovely. Didn't even know that this was gonna happen today. So I was stressed out the entire. I walked around work with a high horse the entire way through. It was great, and I'm sick right now. I'm sick. You can hear it in my voice. I'm sick. I have nasal congestion. I have a virus going on right now. I had to have a mask the entire day. I had my own separate station because I informed them I was sick, and they said, "Okay, we'll just put you in a separate station." I was empty. Didn't get to speak to anybody today. That's my job. That's what happened. That's work. I don't really know what you guys were trying to gain out of me by trying to get me fired for my job, but that was really strange. I almost, you're this close. I was about to become a full-time streamer. You guys are going to get 10-hour streams a day. Just 10 hours, me every single day, 5 days a week. 10 hours is what you were about to get. You guys are going to get infinite gameplay, me talking about topics. You guys are about to get streamer arc. You guys are about to get me becoming the world's most agitating streamer. 500 concurrent viewers. You guys are about to get that. But no, you guys got to wait for that. Until I get sick of Amazon, I'm not doing anything like that. But thank you. Thank you for almost getting me fired. I really do appreciate that. Bye.